guys, it's Crazy Cali 13.
And Iceman, what's good, guys?
So guys, we're coming to you from our beautiful living room, and we're coming to you to do the Q&A that everybody has been begging us for.
Yeah, so before we start, I just want to thank you all for your feedback, for your help, because without you guys, this wouldn't have been possible.
Definitely.
You know, we hit you guys up asking for Q&As, and you guys came through and gave us a lot of Q&As, wonderful questions. So we're really excited to do this for you guys. We are open book, and we like to share our life. We've been through a lot, so we like to share our experiences with others. So you know, maybe a lot of people go through stuff and they just don't like to talk about it, and our experiences really help them out. So in that note, I just want to open up the door now to let you guys know that we want to do this like a weekly segment of, you know, you guys asking for advice or asking us questions, and us being here for you guys and helping you out through whatever that it is that you need. Whether it's advice, or you just have questions for us, about us, or questions about your own relationship, whatever it is, we here for you guys.
Yeah, guys, we definitely are an open book, and we've been through a lot, like he said, and we just want you guys to be able to feel free to know the real Crazy Cali
and Iceman.
So we're going to go ahead and start now, guys. Alright, guys, the first one is anonymous. Some people don't want their name to be said, so like I said, you know, we're just going to keep it out. We told you, I don't think we did say, but the people that are following us are people from Instagram and Snapchat, and that's where these questions came from. And if you guys want to follow us, you could do that on the link below. Just press the little arrow button right here in the corner, and it gives you all the links to Crystal and Rain, to our Instagram and Snapchat. The question is, why Cali moved out of California to NY out of all places? So guys, the reason why I moved out of California was because I was actually 22 years old when I came here. Right before my 23rd birthday, I was on heavy drugs, and I had a 2-year-old, and I was dating somebody who was in and out of jail. And I just went through an experience where the house was raided that we were living in, and my child wasn't there at the time that happened. So I realized, you know what, I can't do this. So he got locked up, and I broke up with him. I called my parents, and they came to get my daughter. And then I left a few months after I finished college and stuff like that. And why New York out of all places? My parents met here. My dad is from California. My mom was from New York. And, you know, it was a fall in love story here. They moved to California, and then my mom, after a few years, got kind of tired of being away from her family. So that's why New York. The next question is, who asked who out first, and how was it done?
I like to say that she asked me out first, only because she asked me out on a date to City Island. And I don't know if you guys experienced this. I know I have a lot. Where somebody will say, hey, you know, you see somebody in the street that you know, and you be like, hey, you know, we should definitely hang out sometime. And you're like, yeah, definitely. Most of the time, that never happens. So I thought that was a situation that was going on. She texted me, it was maybe like 11 o'clock or so, maybe 12 noon. I was at work. It's a Monday morning, and she's like, hey, you know, you should hang out one day. And I'm like, yeah, it sounds good. She was like, yeah, we could go to City Island. And I was like, all right, cool. Just let me know when. She said, today. I was like, oh, like today? Like today? And she was like, yeah, today. And I was like, all right, cool. I mean, I never experienced that. Most of the time, that just never happens. When you say, let's hang out, I
just wanted an excuse to get drunk, all right? That's all it was.
Well, when it was time to hang out, she changed her mind. It was like, oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Like him. He was
I was like, what do you mean you don't want to go? She was like, well, I'm broke. I'm like, all right, it's cool. I'll pay for you. I was going to pay for you anyway.
He said, I'll pay for you and you could pay me back later.
No, I did not. You're a damn liar. I never said you could pay me back.
He said I could get him later. Whatever.
No, I said, and then next time you pay.
Oh, that's nice, because what a gentleman. I hope you guys know now that Ice is not a gentleman. He's actually an ass. Yeah, he's never opened a freaking door for me in his life.
Yes, I do. Just at the car door. Oh,
just at the car door. The next question is, has there ever been times when you don't like a female that Cali likes?
I don't think so. Only because if it passed her, she's really picky. and I have kind of like low standards, unfortunately. So when she says she approves a female, I know I'm gonna approve a female because it passed through her standards. She has high standards.
Look, guys, I'm a little thick these days, but I've always like been slim thick, and I wear makeup and I'm very stylish. I like different clothes. Like, my students love the way I dress. However, this fool right here has low standards, and I have to be like, nope, I gotta prove, you gotta be pretty, have a nice, nothing of a banging body, because I don't believe in that, but you know, you gotta look as good as I do. If I'm pretty, you gotta be pretty. I can't be walking around with no girl who needs a bag on her head.
Oh my god.
Have you guys ever thought about bringing another dude in the room?
That's a
dub. Absolutely
nice
not.
Try.
That would be the most awkward thing. Even if it wasn't okay for him, it would be so awkward I wouldn't even do it.
Yeah, nice try.
Definitely not.
I can't believe you asked that question. You're lucky I like you.
You know who you are. That was messed up. Alright, guys, we're going to go to the next one now. Alright, the next one, guys, is anonymous as well. This person did not want anybody to know who they were. It says, what do women really mean when they say they don't want a relationship anymore, that they're working on themselves?
That's a really touchy subject. It depends on the female. Every female's a little bit different. But I don't know.
Listen, it depends on the situation.
Right, in the situation. Because she could maybe really want... I mean, she wants to go away for college. Or if she wants to get a job that you're just going to really take up a lot of her time. Maybe stuff like that.
Listen. Don't listen to Ice. Men never want to see the bigger picture that's in front of them. It's that simple. We, like, you know, I hate people who be like, or especially girls, like, what do you think he means? Bitch, he don't want you. That's what he means. So in this question, I'm going to be quite honest with you. She was no longer into you. She's probably seeing somebody else, and that's what it is. She's just trying not to hurt your feelings, or maybe doesn't want to create drama in the situation. Because honestly speaking, if it was a marriage type situation and I was telling him, like, listen, not that I don't want to be with you no more, but I think we need to take a break because I need to work on me and you need to work on you, that's something different. That's before going to a divorce. But if you're boyfriend and girlfriend and you've been with this person for like maybe say a year or so, and they're telling you this BS, it's most likely because they're talking to somebody else. They're not interested in you no more, and that's it. That's what it is. I mean, that's my perspective. I'm a blunt person, and I don't play, and I don't bring around the bush. I would have just been like, nope, that's a dub, I don't want to be with you no more, and that's it. But some girls just don't know how to do that. So, next. Alright guys, so this next person is BabyBoo23, and this girl is on Instagram. She says, hey boo, my name is Betty. My questions are, how did you two meet? How long have y'all been together? And if you could live anywhere, would it be? So wait. I want to tell the story about how we met.
Oh god.
So, how did we meet?
On a school bus.
On a school bus. On the cheese bus, guys. You know the cheese bus? So, I worked as a bus matron, which is like a bus assistant for the bus driver with children with disabilities. And he was an assistant teacher, and he had to ride the bus with his student. So when it was the first day of summer school, I was hungover because I had just lost a large amount of weight and I was partying hard. And I walk off the bus, and I had this short, like, same haircut, guys, but it was shorter and shaved like in the back. It was like a bob like this, but it was just like way shorter. I had no makeup on that day because, like I said, I was hungover, just had glasses on, and my uniform was baggy because I had lost like 100 pounds. So he's at the bus stop, and he's like, and I'm like, who's this fool? Why is he staring at me like that? He had the only white hair, and he looked like an old man. That was my first thought of him.
I didn't look like no old man.
But that's what I thought when, you know, it was like a first glimpse, and not that he was old. It was my first glimpse of him, like, why is this old man cheesing at me? So he gets on with this big manganson, and he gets on the bus, and then he's like, oh, okay. And then he sits in the back, all the way in the back. And on Instagram, I actually posted the picture recently of Ice when he was younger, on Snapchat too, and it was on the school bus. And so mind you, I didn't pay him no mind for that whole week. The second week, but I gave her my number on the first day. Oh, he did the first day, and I was like,
she's gas. I gave my number to all. You see, the one thing about me is that he's always
a hoe. No,
he's a hoe. I'm always late. I'm late for everything. I'm gonna be late to my funeral, guys. So I gave her my phone number, and I was like, here, text me, because I know myself, and I know I'm gonna be late. So I figure if the matron has my number, and I get cool with the matron, and then they'll wait for me.
But mind you, I didn't know this. Now I know that he does that, but I didn't know this. I do that
with all the matrons that I get.
Shut up. Just shut up. Anyways,
they all have my
let's
number.
just get to the point.
All right,
you're making this too long. So the second week, again, I didn't pay him no mind the whole 2 weeks or whatever. He started playing the song Hold Ya by Egyptian. And when he played that song, I remember thinking, oh, this was the song for the summer. Like, everybody was replaying that song over and over again on all the stations. I turned around like, yo, what's the name of that song? I love that song. That song is lit, because, you know, I was staying lit partying, and that song I played all summer long. He was like, oh, that's Hold You by Egyptian. I was like, oh, hold up, I wanna. So I started scooting over. I wasn't hungover, so I was in a better mood to talk to him. So I started talking to him. You know, he was mad cool. Apparently his student's sister had a crush on him, and he wasn't with it. And he was like, oh, she's young, and she's not my type, and I don't want to be mean. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he's like, oh, she added me on Facebook. I was like, oh, heard, you should add me on Facebook. And he was like, oh, okay. I was just trying to be friendly, guys. I didn't want to hit it or nothing like that.
Sure.
It wasn't until later on that I wanted to hit it, because it was the way that you were acting. Like, we went on our first date. No, the first date was a mess. But that's another story. I'm not going to tell you about the first date. But it was not until like 2 weeks after our first date that I was just like, take this dude home.
Yeah, you didn't take me home. I took you home.
And he was like, Superman.
Oh, my God.
And it was a wrap after that. All right, so the next question was, how long have y'all been together? So we have been together.
Too long.
It'll be 7 years, July 22nd. Married for 4 years as of December 21st. So that's how long we've been together, but it feels like it's longer. I honestly feel like we've been together for like 10 years. Like, our kids have been so big, and I'm like, I can't believe it. But anyways, and the next question is, if you can live anywhere, where would it be? Ready? Say
Florida.
What? No! I was gonna say 1, 2, 3. You're such a dick. All right, that's not where we said we would want to live.
Puerto Rico.
No. You're corny. We've always talked about. Listen, me and Ice's dream is to move to PA and buy a house, like one of those huge mansion houses in PA.
No, but the PA has snow. Like, if I had like a choice anywhere to live, it's not gonna be in PA. It's gonna be like in Florida, somewhere where I never.
Florida's
had to deal
trash,
with snow.
first of all, unless you're moving me to Miami.
Nigga, what? For what you want to Miami for?
Because why would I want to live in regular old schmegular Florida with all them like hidey ho guys? Like, no, I don't want to live over there. Care. For that, I'll move to Cali.
For that, I'll move to Hawaii.
Hawaii. I guess we made a decision, guys. Hawaii is our dream place to live. And so there you go, Betty. So, alright, guys. So we're moving on to the next one now. The name is CeeCeE Jewel. CeeCeE Jewel is a really big fan of ours and a friend on Instagram, and big shout out to you, girl. So the question is, are you guys still polyamorous? I remember you were before. Laugh out loud. So, we are polyamorous, guys, but there's different forms of polyamory.
Yeah, so basically we are polyamorous. We're just not practicing at the moment. Not because we don't want to. It's just because it's extremely difficult to find the right person for the job, basically. Our past experience with the polyamorous relationship, basically we were polyfidelity. Polyfidelity is when all three people are in a relationship together. There's actually there's a lot of people on Instagram that also practice it. Actually, somebody who starting their own YouTube channel is the Triplet Triad. They're a pretty good example.
They're popular too.
Yeah, really popular. They're a very good example of what polyamory in a triad is. So if you guys want to check them out on Instagram, you can do so. They call it Triplet Triad.
Listen, to get to the point, because we have a lot of questions, guys. The thing is that it didn't work out in our polyamorous relationship because most females that are bisexual, and it's no disrespect because not all females are the same way.
Right.
They usually are for men. They enjoy men more, and they just like to dabble with women. And the issue with ours, because we don't want to put nobody on blast or make anybody feel a type of way, was that in the beginning she was more into me, but because I am a full-time mother and I do have 2 jobs and Ice had more time on his hands, she started to gravitate more towards him. And the thing is that my desire as a polyamorous woman, what I was looking forward to and what I enjoyed most was having a female companion, somebody that I could make love to, spend time with, and do household chores and things like that. And this person wasn't like that. She never wanted to cook, she never wanted to clean. She would just kind of sit on the couch and want to like vegetate with Ice while he's doing that. And for me as a Hispanic woman, your job is to be in the kitchen and your job is to clean and to help out. And men, they bring home the money. And it was just very frustrating because I would be cooking, I would be taking care of the kids, I would be doing our daughter's hair. We went on vacation and nothing was ever done. Like, she just was always chilling. She always just wanted to chill and be on top of Ice. And it just got to the point where it was like, now you're disrespecting our marriage and you're disrespecting me, and there has to be an in-between. You're supposed to be in the middle of us 3. We're a triad. You're not you and Ice and me and you.
It's basically when you are together in a relationship, you're bringing that one person into it. You're not kind of starting all over. You just you continuously building. So if me and her build to the 10th floor of a building, now when we bring that person in, they're supposed to continue building from the 10th floor, not start a whole brand new foundation and start something from new.
And the problem,
that's where it gets difficult, because a lot of females don't want that.
They want their own. They want their own kids. They want their own establishment. They'll be like, oh, well, for this situation that we were in, she was like, oh, like, well, let's move. And realistically, for me and Ice, that's not affordable. And she didn't have a career. She had like a bootleg job. And it was like, so how am I gonna just up and move? And it doesn't work that way, and that's what she wanted, and she wanted it now. She didn't want to wait until later on. She wanted marriage, she wanted kids, and we were just dating for a little while.
I mean, all that stuff is possible in a polyamorous relationship. So it's not that stuff is not possible. It is possible, and it happens, and it could work out in a great way.
Yeah.
As long as if everybody is committed and everybody is willing to play their part.
Exactly. And I was willing.
That's like the most important part, that all 3 people are in the same boat, and communication is key. I'm gonna tell you right now, communication is the most important.
That's in any relationship.
But you could speak to any polyamorous couple, and they're gonna tell you the same thing. Communication is the most important thing. Communication, trust, and of course love. If you have all those 3 things, it can work out.
Definitely. So anyways, on to the next question. We could always talk about polyamory another time, but we have too much stuff to get by. So the next question is, and this is by the same person, CeeCeE. She says, you don't get jealous. Do you get jealous with your husband? I used to get jealous a lot. Because I was new to it. It was something that I was scared. I felt like Ice was gonna leave me for another woman. I was scared that she was gonna be better than me.
Yeah, I mean, me and her had these conversations a lot, and I don't think it was the jealousy was the problem. I think it was more about the insecurity. Once she felt secure in her place, the more she felt secure in her place, better said, the less jealous she felt.
I'm going to put this out there because some people do know about this on Instagram, but for our followers that don't know, the last relationship we were in, well, the only relationship we were in polyamorously wise or whatever, she tried to make Ice decide between me and her. And I was like, all right, I'll step out. I mean, if you want to be with him and he wants to be with you, then I'm out. Like, I'm not the type of chick that I'm going to get on my knees and grovel. This is my husband. But if my husband wants to be with somebody else, you could be with her, but I promise that I'm going to make your life a living hell because we're still married.
Yeah, but you see, that's a whole different subject because it has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Nah, it does because
no, it doesn't.
She said, were you jealous?
Bro, and but that has nothing to do with jealousy. And first of all, guys, I at no time did I ever say
no, he wasn't going to leave. No, he didn't want to.
I always used to say the same thing.
But I'm not saying you did. I said her.
I want the both of you.
Stop trying to feel guilty. Guys, he's making himself feel guilty.
I don't feel guilty of anything.
She tried to make him choose, and obviously he chose me. He told her, you're that's my wife. I'm not choosing you. So anyways, once he did that, I felt security in my relationship with him, and I knew, like, he was definitely never going to leave me. And I love you. Next. All right. Anyways, she says, or do you get jealous when you like a girl and your husband likes her too? No. I mean, it wouldn't work if it did.
Yeah, we all have to be on the same page pretty much. We all have to like each other. It's the same way that if Callie finds a girl who it likes her and doesn't like me, which most of the time that happens, unfortunately. A lot of girls like her and they're like, nah, I really don't like you, man. It doesn't really work out that way. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work because they want her attention fully, and it's hard. It's hard for her to split herself between her kids, her career, her husband, and and then another female, because the female doesn't want me to be part of it. It's really, really hard.
Yeah, so I mean, not that I can't do that.
If the female was to say, okay, I like both of you guys, I'm gonna chill with both of you guys, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it definitely does. So on to the next question, guys. So this next question is from a friend of ours, Henny. Sup, Henny? She goes by GENN.XXO on Instagram. XOXO, whatever. Her question was, what's something you love about each other and something that your partner does that gets on your nerves?
Oh, that's a good question. Everything you do gets on my nerves.
Shut up. Guys, I'm about to tell you. So what I love about Ice the most was his hands. Like his
nice hands,
don't show them that part. You gotta show them.
Oh, this part.
He has the
Why are you trying to show my wedding ring though? You want to show them?
I love his hands, and when
everybody knows we're married.
When he grips the wheel while he's driving, and I see his thumb, I'm just like, I don't know. That's weird. I have fetishes with toes and hands, but that's the thing I love about him physically. What I love about him emotionally is, I'm a bitch. I'm a crazy bitch,
yeah, and I think everybody on YouTube knows
everybody knows that. No, everybody knows. They know I'm crazy, but they don't know I'm a bitch. And I get in my moods because my life is overwhelming. Being a mom and having 2 jobs is difficult sometimes. And what I love about Ice is when I get too carried away, he tells me about myself, and he tries his hardest to be like, let's de-escalate the situation and try to.
I said that she has bipolar mood swings. Like her mood swings, she could be extremely upset at me. She could be cursing me out, and then 5 minutes she's like, "Baby." I'm like, "Baby, you calling me baby? Don't call me no baby. Like, don't baby
me." Listen, I'm trying to talk nice about you. I said that you de-escalate. I know, but that's what I'm saying.
That's how you are. You could do that, and I can't. Once I get up there, that I'm like upset. I stay up there. It's like only one thing brings me back down, and she.
Anyways, so, and something like that he does that gets on my nerves. The thing that he does that gets on my nerve the most is he's always going. No, it doesn't snort, but he goes. Like, I don't know how to
Shut up.
It's so annoying, and he does it.
You do it too, actually. You know that,
no,
right?
when I'm doing my throat, I go, but that's not what he's doing. He's going, like, and he opens up his nostril because apparently his nostrils closed on one side, and he makes this weird noise, and he does that, and he sneezes like this.
I do that on purpose, Ada.
It is so annoying how loud he fucking sneezes. I know, because that's how annoying it is.
Be quiet.
He's a savage. Hold on, because I want to see what he's gonna say about me. I want to know what he's gonna say about me. What
the stuff that I like about you?
What's something you love about each other? So something you love about me.
When you're sleeping. Because that's when you're not annoying.
And this is why I have Team Cali and he has no Team Iceman, because he's such
You're annoying. You know why they Team Cali? Because they don't live with you. If they live with you, they'll be like Team Iceman all the way, 100%.
Listen, I cook, clean, provide everything for this man.
I cook and clean too.
But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the reason why this man won't leave me is because he's never going to find a bitch like me. I do everything for him. I take out his clothes for him to get ready.
So?
I buy him everything he owns.
You haven't taken my clothes in a long time.
Because you're not working at the moment. But
so what? You still don't take out my clothes?
Whatever. But anyways, like I said, but when we go to parties and stuff like that, I'm taking out his stuff. Every nice jewelry, his nice little haircuts, that's all me. So,
you don't cut my hair?
No, I don't cut it, but I pay for it.
My barber cuts it.
Anyways, but I pay for it. Anyways, so what do you love about me? Sammy, stop being corny. Like, come on, this is taking too long.
Alright, what I loved about you when I first met you was your lips. And that was it. Only when it's closed.
Or wrapped around your... Oh. Sorry, guys. That's for another video.
X-rated.
It says, and something that your partner does that gets on your nerves.
Everything.
Stop saying that. All right. Like, be serious. All right, well, you're mad annoying. This is why. He's always joking and everything.
Guess what my nerves that you're always talking. You don't stop talking, bro. You don't ever stop talking. That's one. And two is the way you eat. When we both eating, it's fine. Bro, but when we in the room and you're eating by yourself, I hear every little thing that goes in your mouth. It's like...
He's such
I'm like, bro, you gotta eat so loud? Put the TV on loud.
It's not loud. It's just that he's not eating, so he doesn't hear himself chewing.
Nah,
That's what it is.
bro, you're not loud.
We're gonna go eat that Thai food this weekend. I really want to eat that shit.
What Thai food?
Good. Oh, the place that we went to.
Oh, hibachi. That's not Thai food, bro.
Alright, so next question. So the next question is, my homegirl, I am zombie, and shit, I wish I could tell a story about her. She's cool as hell. It's I am zombie IEEX3. How long have y'all been together? We have been together. Oh, we already said this already.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bypass that question. Obviously, guys, we already said 7 years and 4 years married. What's y'all favorite movies? Damn, that's hard.
Your favorite type of like genre?
What are y'all favorite movies? Like,
I don't really have a favorite movie per se because I'm not really like a movie person. Like,
He's not.
But I like action movies, horror movies.
Do you know what my favorite movie is?
Your favorite movie? Like what movie? No, you don't. You
guys, my favorite movies were I go through eras of, and I think that has to do with as you get older. But my favorite all-time movie was Grease. Growing up, I love Grease. You know Grease, Lightning? And then,
I said I think they know.
Okay. And then I liked all of the Twilights. I was obsessed with Twilight. We went to go see Twilight on the day before it came out at midnight. We would go to premieres. And then The Notebook. The Notebook is one of my favorite.
Oh my God.
But I actually, guys, I like all of I can't even think of his name right now. The guy who writes all these novels.
Johnny Depp.
No, Johnny Depp is my favorite. That's my boo.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton movies. No, but I'm not talking about Tim Burton. I'm talking about the guy who wrote The Notebook and all those other movies.
I have no idea.
I can't think of it right now, guys, and I think my mind is just blocked because I'm trying to get through this questions. But definitely, I love all of those Tim Burton movies. Those are my favorites too. How many times do you want to stab Sammy in a week?
Not as many times as I want to stab you.
I want to stab him every 10 seconds of the day. He gets on my goddamn nerve. Everything's always a goddamn joke to him. I could be having a serious conversation and he's always laughing.
I have to make it a joke.
Always doing something
our life
funny.
Would be so miserable. You see how much white hair I have? Can you imagine?
Whatever. Over it. Next. Next question is from my cousin Jasmine. She says, if you could go back in time and given a chance to change your life, what would you tell yourself to do differently? This
is like a super good question.
It really is. You want to go first?
Everybody kind of has that wish. Like they say that all the time. I have no idea what you drink, girl. They kind of say that all the time. If I could go back in time, I would change this. There's so many things that I would change. And
get to the point.
No, it's just that there's so many things. Like I would change the decisions that I made.
One thing that has changed your whole world, and what would you change about it? Like something that just was epically bad. And I know why Jasmine is asking this question, so I'm waiting for you to answer.
I mean, there's different. That's what I'm saying. Like there's so many things that I wish I could go back and change.
So what I would have changed differently in my whole entire world, I wouldn't change the drugs and like when I was a drug addict. I wouldn't change the not finishing. I would have changed finishing college, but I just feel
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, there's so many different things that I can change, but the one thing that rocked my whole life and changed the way my happiness was it's about to get real deep, guys. Was when I had like a mini affair a few years ago.
Mini.
It was mini because it was only 4 weeks, bro. Like, can we not? Thank you. So, as a lot of people know, because I've said it in some of the pranks, you know, by acts. I mean, obviously I didn't know I was being pranked, so I mean, I said it because that would be a real argument with me and Ice. Ice was a serial cheater when we first got together in the beginning, and as a woman, Ice was the first man I was ever in love with. Like, seriously, the first man I was ever in love with. Like, I shit, eat, and breathe Ice Man. And I just wanted everything to be about him and our perfect family and our apartment and our perfect life and our car and our perfect jobs. And I just wanted everything to be about us. And Ice was just constantly cheating. And it becomes a time where a woman starts feeling like there's no value of herself, and I became very insecure, and I felt like I wasn't good enough for him, and nothing I did was good enough. My past was too much for him to handle. So somebody came around and unfortunately, you know, put shit in my head and made me feel like I was worthy of being loved. And when that person did that, obviously I had an affair for 4 weeks, and that rocked our whole life. Like, it changed the way Ice treated me, and till this day we still have issues about it. And when he does get upset or has this type of feeling, he does get kind of corny and gets upset. And
corny?
It took me years, guys, to get over it. Like,
it took you until you cheated to get over it.
Nah, it took until we was polyamorous to get over it. Because even when we started doing the whole poly thing in the beginning, I was still super throwing it in his face all the time. And Ice didn't even cheat on me with the girl that we were being polyamorous with, which was kind of corny. Because how you have 2 girls and you still cheat on your wife with a second girl that I okayed with? It doesn't make any sense. I don't want to hear it. Anyways, there's no defending yourself. You did it, and that was wrong. So I just learned to let it go because I knew that we wasn't going to be happy ever. And I wish that I could go back in time and treated that male like I treated all other males who would hit on me and was just like, yo, like, fuck you. And
especially when he was garbage. He was like 20 years old.
It wasn't even about garbage. He wasn't 20 years old. Don't get your facts straight and let's not go on to that.
He was a boy who lived with his mom.
Sammy.
And had a girlfriend that...
Sammy, we're going to get into an argument and a fight, and who cares? We're not bringing this up for you to be stupid, because then we're just going to go and prove to everybody that he's obviously not polyamorous because he can't let go of shit.
That's not... Has nothing
Shut up. Let's move on. What the fuck is your your thing that you wish to take back? You're mad annoying.
That I didn't beat your...
Whatever.
I didn't beat his ass. How about that? All right, next question.
This is what I fucking mean, that you never fucking could do anything.
All right, next question.
You can never.
Next question.
Like, this is exactly what I mean, guys. This is why I want to fucking punch him in his face all the time.
Next question.
So stupid.
I said,
no, answer the fucking question. You didn't answer it.
I wish I would have went back to school.
God. Next question.
All right, guys. So we're gonna close this out. Like I said, we're gonna try to make it a weekly thing. So definitely write your hit us up in the DM. You can write your advice or questions in the comments below. Whatever you guys feel more comfortable with. If you wanted it more private, if you don't want us to say your name, whatever it is,
it could be anonymous.
Yeah, whatever it is, guys, just let us know. We definitely need your feedback.
And guys, we need the subscriptions because our views are matching the subscriptions. I understand that when you go on Facebook and Instagram or Snapchat, the link just takes you directly to the video, but try to subscribe. And please, guys, share our videos. Get your friends and your Facebook friends and your coworkers, your family, your mother, everybody to subscribe. You know, the bigger we get, the more we could produce for you guys. You know, the more feedback you give us, the better we could figure it out.
Yep.
So thanks, guys, for watching.
Thanks, guys. I know we're gonna do it 2 parts. So hope you guys enjoyed our video. Peace.
Deuces.